You have now entered the lab, episode 92. Elvis Escobar, that is Fort Sama, whether you can recognize him or not, allegedly. Happy Labor Day, happy football week, NFL week. Football week. Football's back in full attack. We'll get into a lot of fun topics here other than sports because this is the time where this is our third year going into this part of the season in sports, and it's our busiest, most fun covered sports topics. We cover a lot of on the field, on the court, on the ice, on the whatever, on the pitch these days, now that we're covering Messi. But we'll try to keep you entertained along in between topics of some things that are going in the world. But episode unofficially sponsored by Billionaires Row, officially sponsored by Broward Vintage. All links are in our Linktree bio on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, and every affiliate on our IG and Twitter. Fort Sama, how's your Labor Day weekend? Did you work today? Did you relax? I seen a picture of you by the pool. It's good to see you relaxing, man. You deserve it.
Yeah. No, I really do, man. Honestly, I had a great day today. It was a boys' day, man. It was nice. Much needed. Got the gym out the way early. Went to knock that out, did some arms, then came back to the crib. Had some beer, went to the pool, got in the pool. Hung out with the kids, hung out with Mike, got back to the crib. Fucking Mike threw some wings on the grill. He snapped on that. We just smashed some of them.
That looked good. What's his sauce? What's the go-to sauce?
I can't say all that on here, man.
All right.
Come on,
He's got to tell me. He's got to tell me.
Yeah. Next time, we're hanging out. I'll FaceTime you and he'll let you know. But we got some Coronas on deck. I'll see if I can drink it with this shit on. I can.
There you go. I was drinking some beer. It's called Florida Man beer by I think Cigar City Brewery.
Cigar City, solid. I think that's from Tampa. Yeah, I was just about to say.
Solid beer.
It is, right? Shout out Vito for this mask.
Yes, always shout out Vito. It's Vito season.
Vito season. It really is. My man was drunk as hell for the fantasy draft.
I was gonna get into that later. That's something I definitely want to discuss because we'll have to go back on our fantasy teams because we both did same league yesterday, and then I have another one on Tuesday night. Not sure if you have another one coming up.
Yeah, I got the league I run tomorrow night at 9 p.m. 10 team, so should be fun. I'm trying to win both. Cook some shit up.
I need it. Definitely need it. So you've relaxed today. You didn't have did you have like a short day at work?
No, totally off. I was up early, not up. I was awake early, but I went back to sleep and I got up officially at like 12:26. And I'm like, all right, let me get my ass up, be productive, knock everything I need to knock out, and have a day. Because these days don't come around often where I'm off both jobs. So I've had two in the last week. Shout out to Hurricane last week. It helped me out on, when was it, Wednesday? And now today, Monday, which was solid. I appreciate those days. Those days aren't coming often. So did some laundry. Now I gotta fold it.
I assumed your mom did your laundry or some whoever you were
in
a relationship with that week did. No, you do your own,
bro. Yes, I do my own laundry. Come on, dog.
Are you mixing colors and
No, I do black, my mostly dark stuff, and then I do my whites.
Segregation, got you. Important in the segregation's only important in the laundry.
When it comes to laundry,
segregation is accepted, I think, by everyone. I don't. The only things I put in the dryer at all.
The only things you segregate?
Is underwear and socks. Everything I air dry. So I hang them up. So jerseys, dry fit, everything not underwear and socks. It takes a little bit more. It's a little bit, couple more minutes each time, but it's worth it because it preserves your clothes a lot more. The dryer kills clothes.
I do most of the time. I do it inside out.
Okay, no, there's tips and tricks to do it, and I'm sure I'm probably a little bit more extreme, but I'm like super.
Well, yeah, you got a bunch of designer clothes. You got Gucci, Fendi,
no,
Prada.
no.
You got all that stuff.
Do
so
not.
I understand.
My man, I'm wearing Apple Watch that's like 5 years old, and I'm rocking.
Man, that's
fake
you got
jewelry,
the Apple Watch.
Amazon.
You got the Apple Watch Ultra, bro.
And I'm rocking a kid's fucking bracelet basically that Bree made me. I'm not about nothing expensive other than maybe my car or a golf cart or two or a couple TVs, a vacation or two. But anyway, I did want to tell you that I did start my diet that I told you about. I wasn't fucking around in New York. I ate terribly
Proud
to
of
the
you.
point where I needed to come. Yeah, I needed to come back and like everybody, usually you start a diet beginning of summer. I'm starting this diet end of summer. I made it a goal. My birthday's in a couple of weeks, so I was like, hey, if I could just settle down for 15 to 20 days straight, weigh in every day, check I basically replace potato chips with cashews.
Cashews, okay.
Yeah.
I fucks with cashews. Cashews are good.
Yeah, anytime I get, because I'm a chip fiend. Pretzels, chips, anything. I love, and I don't eat too many per day.
I thought you were about to say you're a nut fiend.
Now I'm a nut fiend. Feed him for the nuts. But I don't eat. I'm not somebody that eats like a bag of chips. Like can sit there with a big bag and eat it consecutively. I'll eat it throughout the day, every day, with lunch, after dinner, stuff like that. So I just cut it out altogether. It started Wednesday, landed here on Thursday, had that Chick-fil-A. I'll get to that in a moment. Had Chick-fil-A new sandwich, and then I started the diet on Wednesday. So I'm like 5 or 6 days in, doing well.
What's the diet? What's the diet consistent
well,
of?
The diet is just more cut out. Yeah, consisting of I cut out pasta, bread, cheese, chips. And then I worked in, so basically cutting
carbs
out,
and lactose.
Yeah, basically just cut out all
Dairy.
that. Yeah, so and then what I implemented was like good we drink like a green juice every morning. Eating more fruit in the morning, eating more now I grilled chicken. Grilled chicken is every day. Rice with grilled chicken, rice with soup, rice with rotisserie chicken. I got salmon. Just trying to change it up so I'm not too bored because it is a lot of chicken, rice, and vegetables. So just trying to like find creative ways. And I have gotten stuck a few times. I went to bed last night dreaming of pizza, burgers. It gets to you. I'm telling you, food addiction is real because I'm not somebody that fiends for food that much. But man, if I see a pizza, I'm like scratching my neck. So I'm doing well so far. So I like to torture myself to a point. Yeah, thank you, man. I have to.
I'm proud of
Enough is enough. I weighed in when I got back from New York, almost at 209, which is the most I've ever weighed. I didn't feel well as well. So like you can't equate like weight to how you feel. But it was weight and I didn't feel well. So right now I'm at like 203 to 204, somewhere. So 5 pounds down so far quickly. Drinking a lot of water. Like I said, no chips, just eating like nuts and whatever.
I'm glad you said that too because it's not always the number that's on the scale. Because I don't really be weighing myself that much unless I'm on my diet right now or I'm cutting or whatever. I don't really be weighing myself. I'm glad you said that it's how you feel because that's more important than the number on the scale. If you feel good and your urine is clear and your metabolism is fine and you're good, you're not bloated, you're not like dehydrated, you're not tired, the number on the scale isn't as important as how you feel.
And I felt like shit, so I knew it was both.
Yeah. If your stomach is rumbling and you got different things going on and all that kind of stuff, that's when you need to reevaluate what you got going on. So,
like I said,
is not here. Bree, she's in Vegas living life. Okay, she'll
probably hop on.
She's probably on the blackjack table or something. So just let her live her life, bro.
Black and his baby. Yeah, no, it definitely, and traveling wasn't easy. Like I said, what was
That's
it?
hard.
Six weeks traveling for 3 or 4 of them, I think, if you add them all up. So it's hard to to create a diet, create a routine. So now that I'm home, it's like no excuses. That's what I told myself. I'm like, we didn't really go out this much this week since being back. We kind of stayed home. We went food shopping, went to Sam's Club, went to Trader Joe's. I avoided a lot of great things at Trader Joe's because when you're in there, man, it's like an adult candy store, but for food. It's like you get little treats here. You get like either desserts or frozen meals. They have the best frozen meals ever. Trader Joe's. I don't know if you guys agree. Comment below, whatever. When it comes to frozen meals, and most people be like, "Oh, frozen meals, how bland, how no." Like macaroni and
No,
cheese.
there's some solid.
Yeah,
There's some
they got
solid
like
frozen
5
meals.
different types of mac and cheeses that will compete with any supermarket out there. So it's hard, but you motivate me. My boy AP, who listens
Do
every
I
single
really?
week. Yes, you do, of course. In
I'm
many
glad,
ways,
man.
not just diet, exercise, but you motivate me
Thanks.
mentally in life, and I feel like we kind of do it both ways for each other. So it's a two-way street. But AP
I
motivated me
appreciate
too.
that.
When I seen him in New York, I thought he lost the most amount of weight he can when he was for my wedding,
Hmm.
which he was down probably like 20, 25 pounds. He lost since then another 10 to 15, and man, he's looking like he's thinner than me. When you see somebody and you're used to seeing them at a certain weight, and obviously he's gonna listen to this, so he'll text me when he does. But like you see somebody and you don't want to be rude and be like, "Hey, all right." let me
Yeah,
finish.
because you don't know. No, I get what you're saying. You don't know
Like you
if they
hope that
lost
it's
weight
in a
due.
good. They're doing it in a
Yeah,
good way and
yeah.
a
If it's not due
natural
to
way,
like some
right?
kind of illness or I get
I
what you're
hate people
saying.
that
No,
come
of
out of
course.
pocket that be like, "Oh, you look good, but you don't look good." Give them a compliment. Don't give them a hard work. Assume it's hard work and they've been focused. Don't tell them because it is weird to see somebody not at a certain weight and then all of a sudden, boom, they're slim. They kind of, I'm putting this in quotes, don't look good because
Right.
you've never seen them. So I didn't want to say it to him in person, but I kind of did, and then alluded to him after, like, "Yo, dude, you lost a lot of weight. You look good. Like, hopefully it's the right way. Throwing it as a
Right.
friend because we are boys, so I could say it like that. And hey, hopefully you're doing it the right way." And he's like, "Yeah, dude, I just cut out a lot of bullshit. And it's just little things." Everybody always says, always little things, and saying
Yeah,
consistent.
I think honestly the most if you are trying to lose weight and in a good way, like you're saying, and be positive and feel better, I think the biggest things are gonna be probably like sugar, sodas, alcohol. Those are probably gonna be the top three. Like any like bad kind of like fats and alcohol is literally like a poison to your body. When you drink alcohol, you're poisoning your body, obviously, because you're gonna get dehydrated, you're gonna get
Yep.
drunk, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna fuck up your metabolism, all that. And then, I mean, soda it's just empty calories. It's sugar, but dude, I love Mountain Dew. Like, I don't know what
You
it
really
is.
Mountain Dew's
I
your
love
crutch right
Mountain
now?
Dew. Yeah, as
Interesting.
far as sodas,
Soda's never been a
that's
thing for me.
that's the only soda I'll drink. Any other soda, like I'm cool with. Like if someone's like, "Here's a free Coke, here's a free Pepsi, here's a free," I don't even like Dr Pepper. I drank Dr Pepper probably once or twice in my life. I don't fuck with Dr Pepper. Cherry Coke is good. I'm cool with cherry Coke, but I mean, yeah, maybe like a Fanta, like an orange Fanta, I'll fuck with.
Okay.
Something like that. Pineapple Fanta is really good. Pineapple Fanta with some Hennessy. So good. And then like ginger ale, man. Ginger ale is cool, but like ginger ale is like good for you.
Yes, ginger. Yeah, to an extent. I think of when I
Yeah.
think of ginger ale, if it's like if I want to choose a soda and
I
not
say
feel
this as
totally
I'm
guilty.
drinking a Corona right now.
Yeah, but you're right. With alcohol, it's one of those things where I'll be honest, and I never try to act like I'm gonna say something and do the total opposite, whether it's in real life or on this podcast, where I genuinely enjoy drinking alcohol, whether that's wine, whether it's liquor, having a beer. I'm one of those people that can do or have a couple glasses, couple beers, and stop, or know when to enough is enough. Most people, when they do alcohol, I'll say, because it is like a drug, they don't know when to stop, and that's most people, which is completely normal. But it's not okay. I won't ever stop for maybe months, but I'm trying to get to the point where I could stop for days, meaning I enjoy having alcoholic beverages before we record and as we record, and then I'll go on 2-3 days without drinking during the week, because when we link up with people for parties or whatever, like, yeah, I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna whatever, like, but everything in moderation.
Yeah, no, definitely everything in moderation. I think there's a difference though. There's a difference between beer. There's a difference between like liquor and, like you said, wine. Like you could drink more wine than liquor. I feel like you're not gonna feel as bad the next day.
Oh, you
If you're,
get yeah, with wine you get sleepy. Like last night we had wine. By the time we were like 2 bottles deep, me and her combined, I was ready for bed. I wasn't even drunk.
yeah, there's a big difference. A big difference. If you're, I don't know, you definitely got to mix in a water, like you tell Vito all the time. Root beer, no, root beer's gross too. Bree said root beer. Root beer is fucking nasty.
Yeah, root beer. Sorry, I got the hiccups. I could only
I
have.
don't
A
think
few
I've
sips
ever
of
had a
soda.
root beer float.
Ooh, those are good.
I don't think I've ever
Those are
had
good,
one of
man.
those.
I got the hiccups. No, those are really good. That's like a old school thing. I think my dad introduced me to that, like root beer or an orange soda with a vanilla ice cream. Very good, dude. I haven't had one of those. Maybe I'll treat myself to one of those
What, a
too.
root
You
beer
got to treat
float?
yourself during diets.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with having like cheat days or cheat meals or
Yeah,
any
one
kind
meal
of,
won't isn't gonna ruin your diet. One meal out of the day.
or not even that, just like if you've been consistent for 2 or 3 days and you're eating what you're supposed to be eating and you've been doing things that you're supposed to be doing, like, staying active and
Yeah,
working out, all that kind of stuff, you can treat yourself. Because if you don't, there's going to be a point where you might lose
bruh.
it.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Today was a weak point because I don't mean to make this a diet podcast or anything like that, but we could all relate. Everybody that's listening and watching, you could all relate. Like, we say we're gonna go on a diet. We say we're gonna eat well. We're gonna do well, whether it's alcohol or food, and we slip up. And a couple times this weekend, I was like, damn, it's a holiday weekend, but I'm like only 4 or 5 days into it. I'm like, nah, I can't be slipping up that early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let me go a week. So that's why I said I started on Wednesday. I'll get to Wednesday, 7 days. I'll reevaluate. I'll treat myself to a slice of pizza or like a burger. McDonald's, man. This McDonald's app, I got to turn off the notifications. That's what I'm doing right now, actually, as I speak. Because I downloaded that McDonald's app a month ago, and I ordered that shit in 3-4 weeks. I ordered it like 8 times. I'm not going to lie. It's so
Did you
convenient.
really?
So I'm going to turn off the notifications right now. Let me do that. Let me do that live on the pod so I don't get no. They may be like, oh, it's your time. Get a free fry. Get a free this. I'm like, I wouldn't even think about fries. Now I am.
Yeah, I don't
Anyway,
have notifications for any of that kind of stuff
yeah,
except
I kind of I stay on dark most of the time.
Taco Bell. That's the only one I got.
Are you on Taco Bell? Bree loves Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell is one of my favorite things, bro. Honestly, I don't know. I could fuck up some Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell is man, we devoured. Not gonna lie, on Monday night after the podcast, we were recording. We went right to Taco Bell after dropping off Lucas, in New York. We devoured some Taco Bell. Ooh, Taco Bell is sneaky. It doesn't do as bad to my butt as most people say. Maybe
Yeah,
because
no,
I've been
I'm
drinking
I'm
like probiotics and prebiotics, so like it helps, but it doesn't cause my anal glands to be eradicated.
glad you
If
brought
that
that
makes
up.
sense.
Glad you're talking about, shitting and anal glands and pooping and
Oh, I'm all for it. I could have a good anal talk. Pause.
So as a lot of people saw last week, I did the 1 chip challenge.
Yes. A lot of good feedback on that. Appreciate y'all for watching Fort kind of humiliate himself a little bit.
Yeah, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'll never shy away from any of that kind of stuff. I'm always up for some good banter, always up for some good shit talking, even if it includes myself, at a cost. I'm all for it. I was surprised because I didn't really have any kind of problems of it later on.
The next day?
Well, even
sometimes
after
it don't
that,
hit
or
that day.
no,
sometimes it hits
the next
morning,
day,
like,
or whatever.
Fuck.
Like I was cool. I think it was more the milk. It was more the milk, bro. Because I don't drink.
Ooh, you're right.
Milk.
That could fuck you up.
I don't drink whole milk. I don't
Especially if
drink
you don't drink it,
2% milk. I don't drink skim milk. I don't drink any dairy milk. The only milk I drink will be like almond milk. That's the only milk I drink every now and then. But I don't drink milk that often. Even almond milk. I could just really have stopped. I used to drink milk a lot when I was a kid, younger, and all I would eat was fucking milk and cereal.
We're told that it's good for you. Even my nephew's like, I drink milk and it's strong. And I'm like, I don't know about that, brother.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's a lot of things you can feed your body that's a lot stronger.
Yeah, so I was good.
As a fucking Chick-fil-A pimento chicken sandwich is staring me in the face right now. You fuck honey pepper pimento richness.
How many times have you ate it?
Ooh.
So the 1 chip challenge wasn't shit, bro. Honestly, like I was cooling. Y'all saw me. I was sweating. I had a few tears, thug tears. They were not painful tears. They were all thug tears. It was all thug tears. I was cooling. I kept going through the pod for 20, 30 minutes after. Everyone that was commenting, talking shit, hating, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't shit. All right.
Y'all do it. Record yourself while doing an
Y'all
hour
do
and a
it.
half podcast.
Yeah, come on the podcast. Do it if you want to talk that shit. I'm here for it. All right. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the shit. All right. I want all the smoke. That was my one chip challenge rant.
Thank you for
sacrificing
with the 1
mine.
chip challenge. Thank you for letting me talk about my diet because it holds me accountable. That I put it out there.
Of course.
That 1,000 people that watch and listen to our podcast could now hold me accountable in everyday life. My birthday's coming up, but if I stay strict till the birthday and then birthday weekend, I'm going in. That's kind of like
you have to.
I'm gonna have fun.
You have
My birthday's on a Monday. It's gonna probably
my
start
birthday's on a Monday
Thursday,
this year
maybe.
too.
Yeah, it's probably gonna start that Thursday, end on Monday. So I'll have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Football now is like one of those things where we all hang out, especially in the beginning of the season. First 5 weeks we always hang out because our teams are in it. It's new. We all hang out every single week. So me and Bree had a great golf cart day on Saturday with college football. Now that I'm into it, Colorado, great game with TCU. Watched the FSU game last night. That was fun. I don't never root for FSU.
Don't.
I know you don't.
Don't.
Never.
That
was a good game though. You watch it?
No, I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch
I'm
it?
watching.
Oh, you
no,
oh, so you're like super anti. You won't even like give them a rating.
Unless they're playing Miami. Only if they're playing Miami, I'll watch. I'm not watching
great game
the
though.
FSU game.
Back and forth until FSU
the fourth quarter
unleash late.
Yeah.
Great game though.
No, I was happy to see Dion, and his son and Travis Hunter get that dub, big upset dub. There's a lot of shit talking. Dion he's on his high horse right now, as he should be. As he should be. That program.
I didn't know much about Travis Hunter
last
man.
year.
I didn't when he was talking. I didn't know. Like I said, I'm into college football brand new. I kind of knew about Colorado, Dion recruiting all these people. I didn't know Travis Hunter plays both sides of the ball. So while I was watching the game, I didn't know this motherfucker was playing wide receiver and cornerback. I only seen him at cornerback, and he posted something. He's like, Heisman, I play both sides of the ball. I'm like, wait, let me go back on the tape real quick. I watched him. I'm like, this motherfucker really had over 100 yards receiving and hooped on the other side. Like, come on, like Heisman. And I'm all for. I love when quarterbacks, because quarterbacks are always going to win the Heisman. overall, right? And quarterbacks are always going to win league MVP. I love when a running back, wide receiver, defensive player could win either one or be even in the conversation. That's when college football, that's when NFL is at its best, I think. Like, what's his name? Desmond Howard, Michigan, when he did the Heisman after return. He was a returner. He was a cornerback. He was doing it all that season, and he won the Heisman. That was awesome. And there's other people that I could name or kind of can't name. But, man, football's at its best when the specialty players are performing at the highest. So I'm going to be rooting for Colorado. I'm jumping on the bandwagon like everybody else. Fuck it. It gets everybody upset, in the world of college football. But guess what? We need a villain. We need I look at Colorado like the Stone Cold of college football, where it's like he's a bad guy, but he's also a good guy. Colorado's a bad guy as far as the media, because they were like, they ain't shit. They don't got the best team. And then they play Nebraska upcoming, which will be a great game on Saturday. See, now I can talk college football. I'm so hyped. That got beat by Minnesota. I watched that game, late field goal. And I'm excited to watch Colorado on Saturday.
The only thing is, I hope they keep that same energy, because at the end of the day, they are going to have to play USC. They are going to have to play Oregon. They are going to have to play these big time schools. Oregon just dropped 81.
Yeah, bro, that's going to be fun. But guess what? It's good for college football, because we're all going to watch. It's like Mayweather.
Oh, of course.
Mayweather made his money because people wanted to watch him lose. And that's what's good for a sport or an industry or whatever. Is like, you don't have to root for them. You'll get the money just watch them lose or upset or something like that. So I'm going to be watching every Colorado game. My team in college football is Michigan. I declared that in 2006, back in the day when I didn't know clearly anything. I know. When I declare a team, no matter good or bad, I stick with it. Michigan's my team.
Their coach got a self-imposed ban right now, self-imposed suspension.
That's interesting. College is always interesting with self-imposing suspensions and fines and shit like that. It's all corrupt, right?
Yeah, it's all about money. But I mean, Colorado was cool to see. They won one game last year. They were 1-11, so they already matched their win total from last year.
Yeah, they were projected. They were projected to win 2.8. It was an average, 2.8 wins they were going to average. So they're already a third of the way there.
I think their over-under was 3.5
Yep.
for wins this year. Some crazy shit like that. But, no, I mean, I think Dion is exactly what college football needs. I think they need that shakeup. I think they need a big-time black head coach, because they don't have that. That doesn't happen in college football, and it's good for the sport. I think it's awesome that his son is the quarterback. I think it's awesome that they have L and D's on their jersey for
and his other son led the game in tackles on the defensive end. What the fuck is this team? How do you not like this team? How do you not jump on board? Dion, primetime, the way he talks, the way he inspires his team. Then you got his son as quarterback, his son on the defensive end. You got a guy that plays both sides of the ball. How the fuck do you not want this team to have a Netflix special in 10 years? You know what I mean? About their run.
I think it's going to happen. Yeah, no,
it's
it'll
already
happen
set
for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah, but, college football is different. I'm excited for it. Miami's got a big game this coming Saturday, so they beat Miami of Ohio 38-3.
Miami versus Miami. Who was the real in Miami? I was interested in
that. That's not a real thing.
Of course. With NFL, sorry, we'll lead off with some NFL talk. We'll start off with some draft talk. It's draft season this week. It started last week. I always like drafts that go closest to the kickoff, because you never know, injuries might happen. Some bullshit happens, contract holdouts. You never want to draft. Shout out Vito for drafting a couple people that he had no business drafting. And, that's what happens when you have a draft on Sunday night, Labor Day weekend, and you get faded during the day. But I seen that you weren't confident in your team.
I was not, and I mean I can share it right now. I can pull up the
share it right
screen,
now. Why not?
and
Everybody
I'll share
can relate.
yours as
Everybody,
well.
all the guys that have drafts coming up this week, maybe they can learn what not to do.
Honestly, I feel like if you're going out and you're saying, "Yo, this is a great team. I can't believe I drafted this team," blah blah, all that kind of shit. You're just talking too much. But no, I really wasn't. I did it at work, man, and my work, my job wasn't. I had to do it on my phone too because I forgot my computer and I was working by myself. And when you work at a gas station on a Sunday night before Labor Day, man, it's hard. And it was 30 seconds. It was 30-second picks, which was even more tough. So fuck Trav for doing
challenging
that.
with 30 seconds because there
like
was
the first 2-3 rounds. All right, cool, I could do it. But after that, man, like
you got
rounds
no time to
5, 6, and 7, like that's where you win your leagues. But
especially when the first couple guys you go, all right, I'm gonna take him, gets taken. All right, I'll take him, gets taken, and then it's like boom, your pick, 30 seconds. Now you're like, all right, the first 2-3 guys I thought I was gonna pick. Now you got 30 seconds to decide. So go through your team real quick.
Yeah, I had the 8th overall pick, 12-man league. My first pick was Derrick Henry.
No solid defense, no kickers, which should be
no defense,
worldwide.
No kicker. Exactly, 3 flex. I fuck with it. That's exactly
real
how
football right there. That's real.
That's
fantasy.
exactly how I ran my league that I'm commissioner in. I went Derrick Henry, then I went Devontae Adams, and then fucking Trav fucked everything up again. Fuck Trav. I don't know why he does this. He went out and got Mahomes in the 3rd round. So once someone picks a quarterback in your fantasy league, whoever, then it's over. Then everyone's gonna pick quarterback. Like you just changed the whole draft. So he went Mahomes in the 3rd round. So I had to go Jalen Hurts, which is a solid pick. I'm not mad.
Nope.
Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, James Conner, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Kyle Pitts.
So you got a solid 1, 2, 3. You know, you always judge a team right off the bat: quarterback, running back, wide receiver first. So you got.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Devontae Adams. I feel like Devontae Adams is going to be a safety blanket for Garoppolo, and then my bench is straight: Odell, Tyler Boyd, Michael Gallup, Gus Edwards.
Yeah, I think you were harder on yourself. Pause. I think you were hard on yourself initially. Like, it's all about pickups. If you pick up a couple guys throughout the season, make some moves, I think you're good. I don't think you have a terrible team at all.
No, I think
especially week
I'll,
one,
I'll
it looks like
solid.
you projected pretty well. Go to my team.
Yeah,
if you can
I had I said I was number 1, so we'll see.
Ooh,
I love how you haven't changed your name.
Yeah, no, I gotta change that. I was waiting to see who I drafted. Team Thompson. I gotta change that. Yeah, I went Barkley number 9. Then I came back. I wanted to go.
You did pick right behind me, right?
I had number 9 pick. You had 8.
Yeah, I had 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I went heavy. I wanted to go heavy running back and then quarterback late. So I went Barkley, Jacobs, and then I went Madison, and then I picked wide receivers Metcalf, Mike Williams, saved Kirk Cousins to last. So I feel like I don't love the team, but I think if I make, dude, I don't know if it's you or if you look at my buys out of my starters right there. Go to week 13 real quick, because week 13 and week 5 everybody's got a bye in the entire NFL. Watch, go to week 13 on my team, and I got and I couldn't do anything about it. Once I started to pick like who I wanted, I was like, all right, do I avoid this person and not pick them because of a bye, or do I just pick them and say, hey, out of 14 weeks in the regular season, go for it. You know, you might have 1 week where it's bad. One of those guys maybe gets hurt. One of those guys don't matter anyway, and I'll figure it out after. But I shouldn't draft based on half my team got a bye that week. So I tried to go against that a little bit. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, no, I think that's just drafting based on buys, especially if it's later on in the season. Your team's going to be vastly different from week 1 to week 13.
So many variables.
Yeah, but no, I like your running backs. Your running backs are good as long as Saquon stays healthy, of course, which has been the story.
If they stay healthy for the most part, I think I got a solid, consistent team that's going to get the ball a lot. Barkley's going to get the ball a lot. Jacob's going to get the ball a lot.
You got 3 RB1s.
Yeah, exactly. And then wide receivers a little sketchy, and then the bench. It is. Cooks could have a good year. Cooks somehow, no matter what team he's on, what quarterback he has, puts up 1,000 yards every year. I don't know how
Yeah,
he
I think
does it,
that was
but
a
he's been doing
stat.
it
Yeah, I like
every
Zay
single year.
Jones, MVS. I feel like your team is solid. You know,
And then I
one
got
IR
Jordan
spot.
Love as my last pick, just in case, like, hey, Buddy could have like one of those. He
He could
sat for
go
a
off.
year or two, and he could go off on because he's well coached and can figure it out. So hey, why not have a trusty backup to Kirk Cousins? Which Kirk Cousins is not going to light the world on fire. You know what he's going to do, but he's pretty consistent. He puts up numbers, and he has amazing weapons. So why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
So for
Also,
anybody
if you're
that's
sending
having,
out trades, right after the draft, you're a piece of shit, and I don't know how you're still in someone's league. I don't fuck with that. Like, you can send trades after like week one. That's fine.
yeah, figure out your team
Sell,
first. You know what I
sell
mean?
high, buy low, whatever the case may be. But we haven't even gone through waivers. We haven't gone through week one. We haven't done any of that kind of shit. If you're just trying to send out a trade right after the draft or even before a game has started, unless you're drafting like a month before and one of your players gets hurt
Yeah,
in training camp or anything like that, dude, that just it's stupid. It's just dumb. It doesn't make any
yeah.
sense. It
Wait,
just shows that you don't trust in your process, that you don't trust in what you're doing. It doesn't look good.
yeah.
Doesn't
I
look
need
good.
to see how teams are gonna like for example with Pacheco. I need to see how
Pacheco.
they're gonna use him, and that's a guy that is a wild card for me. Which that's why I took him was he could set the world on fire for the first 3 weeks and then do nothing for the following 3 weeks. So I got to kind
Yeah,
of feel him out. But I took him because he could be
he's on the Chiefs.
yeah, he's on the Chiefs, right? Like he's gonna get touches, whether it's he could literally get 5 touches and light the world on fire for a touchdown, and all of a sudden
Those
he's a
5 touches
stud.
could be 2 tutties.
Yeah, easily. So I took him on, and that's my second flex. So if you have a draft out there that don't be afraid to take chances late, and that's what I tried to do. I tried to be like, hey, after my core is intact, take some chances, take some flyers because everybody's an expert until the season starts or gets rolling. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks this guy's going to do good, this guy's not going to perform, and next thing you know, how many guys did that last year? I can name 5 running backs that nobody talked about during draft time, then all of a sudden did over 1,000 yards rushing, or same thing with wide receivers. You could get lucky on that because every team's got 3 that they're going to go through that they're going to throw to. It's all about who shines during the season.
Yeah, I was upset because I definitely wanted, everyone has their players that they want to get before they draft or whatever, depending on what spot they're in. Obviously, I wanted to, hopefully have Jamar Chase fall to 8, but I knew the chances of that happening were going to be slim to none. He was probably going to go anywhere from 3 to 6. He went 4th, I believe. And then I really wanted to get Travis Kelce because Travis Kelce is that dude.
That's your
He
boy.
doesn't miss. Yeah, but he went like right before or whatnot. But I'm happy with my team. And just looking it over, I got some feedback from a few certain people. So they're like, "Yo, that's a stacked team. You could definitely go to work with that squad." Blah 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 blah. We'll see. We'll see what
Never
happens.
know.
We got a draft tomorrow. Your brother in the building.
Ooh,
Thank you, sir.
hey, what up, Chris? What's going on, brother?
Appreciate it. That boy did
Yeah,
the old school, middle school, high school heart with the sign
I
and the
like that.
3. I've been bringing that shit back.
With football this Thursday, Chiefs, Detroit, Giants, Cowboys at night. I think for me, the Giants got to. Gee, man, they gotta win week one. We always have usually Cowboys week one and we lose. So if we want to set a different tone for the season, they gotta win. They gotta set the tone right off the bat and upset the Cowboys. We always get them usually in the first week.
Is
So
it in New York or Dallas?
it's in New York,
Okay.
which is nice.
Yeah, no, I think you guys definitely have a shot. I mean, especially it being in New York. You guys are well coached. We saw what Daboll did last year. He took you out of the playoffs and a playoff win as a rookie head coach. That was awesome to see. I was happy for y'all. Another year with Daboll and Daniel Jones is good. You guys seem healthy. You guys had drafted well. So there's always going to be more pressure on the Cowboys.
Yeah,
just because they're America's team. They just traded for Trey Lance, even though it was for a 4th-round pick. Dak is sporadic. You don't know what you're going to get from him. So I feel like you guys definitely have a shot to go out there and win. You guys are a grit and grind team, and I respect that. You guys win those ugly games.
Yeah, we got to turn that game a little ugly in our favor. Low scoring. But I like it. I like the matchup. What about you guys? What do you got?
We play the Chargers in LA.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's fucked up because we played them in LA last season towards the end of the season. We didn't look that great. Tua didn't look that great. He really, I don't know what it was. I don't know if McDaniel just didn't have enough trust in him. If it was just a weird game, man. It was a primetime game. I think it was a Sunday night game. It was just a weird game, man. There was a fumble and Tyreek Hill picked it up and took it to the house. It was all over the place. We need to get out there and just sling that shit, bro. Just sling that shit. Put it into his hands. Show everybody why he's your franchise quarterback. You got the playmakers. So we'll see. I mean, we like you said, definitely you want your team to get a dub in week 1 and start the season off on a high note and go from there. But the Chargers are a challenge. They're always going to be a challenge. They got a good squad as well over there.
Yep.
They got Bosa, they got Mack. Their offense is good with Herbert and Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and Eckler. They're not a soft team, and being on the road, it'll be just that much sweeter to get a dub. I think we are the better team. We made the playoffs, they didn't, but you never know what you're going to get week 1.
Yeah, tough AFC East.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to go from now?
I got a fun topic. Because we talked about this last week, and we were kind of joking about it, and we shared a video about it, and we made some remarks about it. Burning Man, how the climate change activists were blocking it, and the Nevada Rangers came in and destroyed it all and arrested a bunch of people. Hey, maybe those activists do some things. I don't know what it was. Maybe they knew some things because Burning Man is flooded right now. There's a lot of conspiracies and a lot of rumors and stuff going on about it and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to get into that because it's nothing official. You can go on Twitter and look it up and do your own kind of stuff. There's like rumors of Ebola outbreaks and whatever, But Burning Man is flooded and there's a lot of mud and there's a lot of people stuck there. And FEMA was called and all that kind of shit was in there. This is video I'm going to share. I haven't seen the video. I just typed in Burning Man to find it. This is it right here. It's a lot of people there. It's like 70,000 people there.
Jeez.
Is this muted? I guess there's no audio to it. But
yeah, I've seen people got a bike to it just to get there. People are like, oh, if somebody robs your bike, you got no way of getting back.
They put up a fence. They put up a fence to... That man's stuck.
Where is it? Nevada, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it usually doesn't rain in that part, so... Right? That's what happened. It rained and...
Who knows?
Fucked up everything. Middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere, bro. Honestly.
On drugs in the middle of nowhere. It's usually that sounds like a good time, but damn, that's crazy. I didn't see this video of all like how to get there. This video.
I don't know what this is. I mean, maybe they knew some things.
I don't know, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, all this like Coachella, Burning Man, all that like. It's always been a dream for me back in the day to go to Coachella, but like, it's just chaos. Too many people will always equate in bad things happening. A lot of variables could ruin your time. You could have a great time, but I'm not betting it on circumstances of other humans and the venue and everything like that. It's Nah, I'll watch it on TV or shit. Me and Breeze just watched Kanye West again with Drake on at the Coliseum on YouTube, and that's always a good time. You bump that and act like you're at the concert yourself. Way better than being there.
Would you go to this?
Burning Man?
Yeah. I don't think I would, man.
Like, it would have to be... See, yeah. I mean, it would depend. Like, to travel there and do all that sounds crazy. It's not what I'm into these days. If you asked me 5 years ago, probably. If you asked me 10 years ago, definitely. But these days, I'm not traveling to a place in the middle of nowhere, stranded.
It looks nice. Right here, it looks nice.
Oh, yeah. In the perfect situation. Looks great.
I don't know if I would go to Burning Man, bro. Burning Man's tough. If I was like super rich and I could have a helicopter in and out, or a
dope
plane.
ass RV hooked up, where like even if you're stranded, you're still at least. But then you got to worry about other people acting like Mad Max. You know, everybody trying to come for you, trying to.
That is kind of what this reminds me of.
Exactly, that's exactly what it looks like.
You definitely got to be strapped up. Yeah, this is not it for me, man. Coachella, I could do Coachella. Coachella's cool. I could do Coachella, maybe. You know, but regardless, that's not it right there. That sounds like a terrible time.
Yeah, Burning Man's always been like a thing that I don't know too much about, but it was like a festival out in the middle of nowhere. Everybody's on drugs and having a good time, but then you see the bad part of it, and you're like, you know what? Never mind. I'd rather just be at home and save my $5,000. $50 threw a mic at a lady in the stands.
Yo, I have the video. Hold on.
Speaking of concert and
it's the funniest thing because it says it's now a suspect. Like, no, motherfucker, there's no suspect about this.
It's on video. We have the person.
We can clearly see what happened here.
50 Cent throws his mic twice.
Oh, he threw two mics. I didn't know he threw two of them.
Wow, I didn't know that either. Why did he do it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess there's no reason for it. What song is that?
Fuck that shit.
What is going on?
Yo, hey, look. He threw the fuck out of that shit. He threw that shit like Tua.
You're a lefty, right?
Look. But just out of nowhere.
Dude, microphones, that shit hits you like it did that lady.
He threw that shit quick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I can find the what she looked like after. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen while I look for it because who knows what could pop on X nowadays.
Protect yourself.
Right.
But yeah, that's a microphone that if it hits you flesh on, which it probably did, 50 Cent's wilding. What's he doing?
I don't know,
microphone
man.
in the stands. A lot of people did that. I mean, Cardi B, last month threw a mic in the stands as well after she got through with a cup of water. Like, listen, you're an artist. Somebody throws something on you or whatever, just walk out, walk away. It's not worth now you're turning into the suspect and the defendant, and now you gotta fucking prove yourself and you gotta pay somebody out millions of dollars just so it doesn't have to proceed or go on anymore. Protect your money.
She's about to get paid.
That's right.
Special beer delivery. Special beer delivery from Mike himself. Shout out, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Shout out.
I found a picture of Shorty that 50 threw the mic at.
She does not look well.
Yo, oh my god. Hey, son.
Zoom in on that. I know a lot of people are squeamish, but grow up. Damn. Hit her flesh in the forehead.
Yeah.
Imagine going to a concert, you gotta leave because you got hit by a microphone thrown for 50 Cent. Like, that's crazy. I'm definitely pursuing
Do you think she left?
as possible.
Hey,
Of course. That's what she looked like after the hospital. You can only imagine what she looked like from then till she got to the hospital.
Hey, it's funny because 50's got a bar where he goes, with the Glock, I shoot like Kobe. What does he say? From 3-point with the Glock, I shoot like Kobe or some shit. Yo, he nailed her, man. She's pressing charges 100%.
Yeah, he'll have to settle. That's what things. Nothing goes to all the way to court. You're on video throwing a fucking microphone at somebody's head. Shit. If it came near me, I'd be acting like I got hit too.
Are you pressing charges? You pressing charges on your boy 50?
If I was that person, if I'm her, hell yeah. I like, cause think about it. You're going to a concert to enjoy it, especially if I didn't do anything and you get hit in the microphone. You have to go to the hospital and get stitches and all that. Like, I'm sorry, Mr. 50 Cent, but yeah, I'm trying to make sure I'm okay and I'm getting compensated for sure. I'm not one that usually pursues legal things when it's in general, but that's something I'm definitely pursuing. I'm making sure that I get compensated in the right way.
Like, yeah, that shit's gonna scar up.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
Which part do you think hit her? You think the top part hit her or the bottom
It had to
part?
be the top part. That top part, I'm looking at my microphone right now. I'm like, if that shit is thrown with velocity and ferocity, that shit does damage, bro. Especially if you're not expecting it. Like, chances are you're not looking, you're not throwing you're not having a catch, so it's not like you're ready to catch it in your hands. That shit gets thrown at your face. Nah, fuck that. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm taking as much money as I can, sir.
Your brother's funny right now. He's like, he was gonna spend $1 million on throwing this mic right now. That's the most expensive mic throw of his life right there.
For real. Like, it's not worth it. Like, what are you doing at art? I mean, a lot of artists are doing these days, and I'm on both sides because it
depends on the situation.
If you're throwing things at people, if you're a fan and you're in the crowd and you're throwing things or you're a part of that, you're dumb as fuck. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're there to enjoy yourself. But if you're, like I said, if she's an innocent bystander and she just happened to get caught, yeah, that's fucked up. Even that, I'd take the other side on that. 50 Cent. When are you gonna learn, brother?
I'm trying to find this video.
Which one?
This was, I think I found it. So this was sent to me by one of my former coworkers, and it's about this. Okay, I found it. It's about this lady, this chick that called CPS, Child Protective Services, on her ex. Did you see this?
No.
And she lied. She lied saying that he was abusing his kids after they broke up. You didn't see this?
This is like a story.
I called like child services on this.
She went on a podcast and said this, bro.
I called child services on my ex because he pissed me off, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this person. Whatever, like, cheater, fucking piece of shit, lies about dumb shit. He had kids. I called child services on his ass, and I like fabricated everything and like censored things, and they like went to the door, and like there was a whole process. Like, I don't even know if the children's aid worker still visits them, but she probably does, because what I sent, like the way I AI'd that shit, like real AI shit, like fake bruises type shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, pretty
She's
crazy.
laughing about this shit.
See, yeah, that's
They were like, oh, like, we're seeing stuff that your kids are being abused. You could lose your kids.
Duh.
And I was like, that sucks.
And at one breath, I'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
you athletes, you celebrities or whatever, as a guy, like, be careful who you're messing with. But, like, you're not thinking about that when you're just doing dumb shit. Like, making dumb decisions, yeah, is one thing, but if you're just, yeah, come on, bro. Like, you're ruining somebody's life because they cheated
Not
or
only-
you ruined their life because they lied to you or they're a bad person. Like, that doesn't give you the right to just ruin that person's life and the kid's life. And
That's what I was
that-
just about to say.
that's
Not
not
only their
funny.
lives, the kids' lives. Yeah, you're
crazy.
fucking up the kids too.
And it's happening a lot, man. You're seeing a lot of athletes and get into shit, and you don't know who to believe. You don't know. That's why a lot of things are. Me and you always talk about in group chats or to each other. Like, I got to hear both sides. Like, I don't judge
always
just because someone says he hit me and this and that. I'm not saying that person's lying. I'm just saying I need to hear everything before I'm like, X player, X celebrity rapper is a horrible person. He doesn't deserve. I got it. Just like I just heard this person, I got to hear the other side because people are in it for themselves. That girl, it seems like she had a plan and she executed it and it's wrong. But like, that happens a lot, man. And it's more, and it's funny because these things come out about like, oh, this running back, domestic violence, and then it gets proven months later whether it's fabricated or something happened, and the ESPN or the news never follows up on it. They
never do. They're just
So
quick
it's
with
like-
it, bro. They just want the hits. They just want the hits.
and
the
that's
clicks,
what's fucked
all
up.
that
Like,
shit.
if a person did bad, 100%, put him in jail, like, suffer the consequences. But if somebody gets proven it was fabricated or it was lie or it was whatever, something else went on, you need to follow up on that story and give it as much light as you did when you thought that this person was guilty. I hate the media these days that it goes all in on one side, and then when it's proven the opposite, or maybe it wasn't what it seemed, you don't hear anything about it. That's not what it should be. That's not how it should be covered.
I think she should get arrested.
Yeah,
Go to jail for that. Because
100%.
just like you go to jail and get arrested for like making a false police call or false whatever, you're wasting government resources at that point. Like, CPS is a government resource. Like, you're wasting your time where they could have been at another situation, at something else that definitely had the time, or something that they could have went to that was actually happening for real, instead of this woman, this bitch, because she felt slighted because she got cheated on, because whatever, it doesn't matter. And now she just publicly snitched on herself. That's the craziest part about it. Like, these people go on
publicly
podcasts,
snitch all
people
the time.
go on Instagram Live, people go on whatever. I seen videos, so many videos of people going on Instagram Live shooting their guns in the air, bro. Like, I mean, allegedly I've done that, but I didn't go on no platform and do it. You know,
That's true.
that was different. But
It's crazy how, like, you can't accuse somebody of doing a crime, and if they get proven guilty and if it was real, they get consequences. But if it was fabricated or lied or added on, you should get maybe not the same exact consequence, but you got to get something, because you can't just accuse somebody of rape or domestic violence or the X, Y, and Z and not expect anything back. No, we got to be better.
yeah, 100%. No, that was awesome. Someone sent me that. Shout out my boy Tyler for sending me that. That's a good topic, and that's been trending, and that's been popping up often on my social media this past few days. That's fucked up, bro. I'd be so pissed. Could you imagine, dude, just chilling at the crib, taking care of his children, whatever, and child?
Like, yeah, he's a bad person, maybe, but and he's
CPS
doing
pulls
dumb
up.
shit. But you don't deserve to be saying that you abuse your kids and shit when you don't. Like, yeah, he might have emotionally abused you in a way, and you're.
And she went to
feeling
the
salty about
extent
it.
of photoshopping and doing all this kind of shit to make it look real. That's way extra, bro. That's way extra.
A lot of these people are, are entitled, and they
Hopefully he didn't have a
felt-
kid with her.
Most of them do, bro. I heard some Eli Apple shit today. You guys,
Yeah,
got
that's a
Apple
wild
18.
story.
I heard
That's
I
a wild
heard-
story.
I read some things before that sounds, it could be real, but like, I got to hear both sides. I'm sorry, Eli Apple. I don't know you personally. But just because one person says it doesn't make it true. So you gotta. There's always three sides to a story.
Yeah.
His,
His,
hers, and
the
then what
truth.
really happened.
Yeah, no, that's a wild story. She's gonna pay players to like try and injure him, and he was saying
that's wild.
he was. This is all alleged. This is just
Alleged.
He was saying that he hopes. Yo, what are you doing, bro?
Guest appearance.
If you're not gonna talk about the subject, you need to get out of here, dog.
Let me see that butthole.
Put in your
nice.
put in all your
Clean
butthole in the damn thing. But yeah, if you're
cleans
not
himself
gonna, bro, move. If you're,
You got a cat crawling across.
yeah, he was saying that she didn't even want him to have the baby because he was born early, like 25 at 25 weeks.
1 pound or some shit.
It was like a
super
pound and a
early.
half. Yeah,
That's sad.
but I mean, this is all allegations. We don't know what went on back and
Yeah.
forth with them. So,
And it sucks when you like allege that, and it's like that person, in today's social media and media in general is always going to be guilty because it's the first person that comes out and claims it. And women will, when they say stuff, like I said, I'm not trying to say everything I hear. I'm going to say it's a lie. It's not the truth, but hold on, pump the brakes. Let's not cancel that person right away. Let's hear it out. Let's make sense of it. Let's see if there's any facts or anything, because anybody can go on social media and just claim some shit, and that's not what we should do. We should not be justifying that as society and be like, this person's guilty because this person said it. Let's hear the other person say their claim, and then we draw the conclusion. All right, because usually you could kind of tell who's making some shit up or who sounds crazy, but it sucks because you're always going to be guilty. You're going to be guilty, and even when you prove your innocence, you're still kind of guilty because you're the athlete, you're the one in fame, and the other person just a nobody, a porn star, somebody that's trying to make a name for themselves. It's unfortunate, but I wish I could say that's what you sign up for, but nobody signs up for that, right?
yeah, I don't
Nobody
think
signs up for getting their character scoring all over the internet
getting
off of a
defamed.
mistake.
Yeah.
Wild shit, bro. What did you write? Elon announces calls and video chat coming to X. I think X is moving in the right direction as Twitter, aka free speech. You got Tucker, doing his podcast on there, and I think a lot more other podcasts or forms of media will jump on there where you could upload now videos past an hour basically now.
Yeah.
Twitter, Eli, and X has taken a lot of shots lately, but I think they had to go down in order to come back up long term. You know what I mean? I think it's future. I think it's going to stay afloat. I'm on Twitter all day.
I am as well. I think it's a good thing. I think he's really trying to go to what he's been wanting to do. I've said it a few times on this podcast. He wants to make X, Twitter, an app for everything. And I feel like with this calls and video chats, Instagram has calls. Instagram has video chats. Instagram is a platform of Meta. Meta is Facebook. Facebook Messenger has video calls and calls that you can call people, audio calls. Same thing with WhatsApp. WhatsApp has the same thing. And obviously right now Meta's Twitter's main competitor. So why wouldn't Twitter X have some sort of feature that has the same thing? But I think they're probably just going to take it a whole nother level. I think if they get it right, this could do some damage to phone companies. Because phone bills are expensive, bro. Phone bills are expensive. Dude, I own my own phone, right? And most of the time, my phone's paid off. It's been paid off for over a year now. And most of the time, when I'm using my phone, I'm on Wi-Fi. Like 90% of the time, I have Wi-Fi at work, both my jobs. I have Wi-Fi at home, of course. Most cars have Wi-Fi now. If I'm at someone's house, I have their Wi-Fi connection, or I'll ask for their Wi-Fi. The only time I don't have Wi-Fi is when I'm driving, and I'm not really using my phone that much when I'm driving. I have it plugged into the car so it can charge and it could do the music. And the music's already downloaded on my phone. It's not like I'm using music that I'm streaming from whatever. So I pay a phone bill just for what? What am I fucking paying a phone bill for?
Yeah.
To text someone that has an Android that I don't even do, because 99% of the fucking people I interact with have a fucking iPhone. And they have Twitter, and they have Instagram, and they have Facebook. So there's really no need. So if they get this right, if they do it right, the only reason people have cell phone carriers nowadays is to finance a phone.
Yeah,
That's
you get locked
that's
into
really
that
it.
contract and you have to oblige by
Exactly. I have T-Mobile right now. I pay them $95 a month for what? For what, bro? So my mom can call me when she could just FaceTime me if I have Wi-Fi.
I could never know. Oh no.
Yeah, I wish I did it, but I think if they get it right, this could really be a change, and I feel like it's just the beginning. I feel like it's just the beginning, bro. He's going to do a lot of stuff with it, and like you said, you have to go through those rough points when you buy a company, because like most people, you're not buying a company because you're going to keep doing the same mistakes that they were doing. I think the best thing that happened was Elon buying Twitter, X, whatever, and now we see everything that's been happening that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
Everything's coming to light. That's good. Because everyone just wants the truth. No one wants to be lied to, man.
Yeah.
No one wants to be fed lies and bullshit.
This is the decade where radio has turned into podcasts. Television has turned into live streaming. Social media has now turned in, is getting blended in between all those things. Information. It's this next decade, 2020 started. It's funny how the pandemic happened in 2020. So the next decade, 10 years.
It's about to be 4 years in a few months.
We're seeing a lot of change in technology, how people receive information, how people go about everything in just 4 years now since the pandemic, because that changed a lot of how people consume information and consume their everyday sports or communications. 6 more years, 2030, it's going to be way different. Like if we're still doing this podcast, which most likely not, but by 2030, it's going to be a different world as far as like even what we're talking now will be outdated in like 6 to 12 months of what we're talking about, because we're going to be like, oh yeah, that new app, that new way to, with YouTube, I talk about it all the time, YouTube TV, cable television, that's kind of going down. I think right before kickoff, Spectrum didn't have a deal with ESPN. People who had Spectrum and ESPN, right before kickoff on Saturday, it went out.
For college football?
For college football. So everybody that woke up, I think, Saturday morning to watch college football without warning, or maybe they had warning, I'm not sure, I don't have Spectrum, it literally, they couldn't watch college football on ESPN on Spectrum just because they didn't work out a deal. Whether that happened up to the minute, and I think it did, that's unfortunate. That everybody loses at that point, right? Because it's like now you got to scramble to find the next app, and that's what we talked about, right? Where these major sport companies and industries are going to start cracking down on illegal sites. But you guys are fucking with us too, because you're not giving a consistent way to view our sports or our TV. It's a guessing game. You signed up with YouTube TV. Since I've had it, MLB TV went away. I love MLB TV. It went away this summer. I can't watch it on there, so I have to figure that out. I think when I was with Xfinity, they had dropped something else that at the end of that term, and it's all contracts and trying to figure out. So they're literally trying to figure out how can we get the most amount of money on a stream and get eyeballs, but they're fucking the consumer. The consumer is losing at the end, and it's unfortunate. It sucks. Because we're in a weird period where they're all these billionaires, all these companies are trying to figure out the best way to get everybody to watch Peacock, everybody to go on Paramount, everybody to go on an app. And we're in the couple years where it's chaos. It's like you don't know if you have YouTube TV, if I'm going to be able to watch USA Monday Night Raw on Monday in a month. That could just go away. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm locked into YouTube TV now without the ability to watch this. How do I go? I got to buy another service. I got to buy another streaming app, and it's like I already have like 15 of those.
Right. Yeah, I feel like when this whole streaming stuff started, everyone was like, "Oh, cut the cable. You're gonna save money. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. Get rid of whatever you have, satellite, cable, all that good shit." But now it's the same price, if not more, than what you were paying before. Because you're not gonna stop watching. You're not gonna stop watching what you were watching. You're always gonna watch what you want to watch. If you want to watch something, oh, now you got to get this app. You got to get that app. And they get you with the, 7-day, 14-day, 30-day trial or whatever. You're going to forget to cancel. You're going to forget to cancel that shit.
I don't, but
I know you don't. I know you don't because you're on top of that shit. Shout out Rocket Money, bro, because I had fucking signed up for a free trial of Audible back when I was in Kentucky for whatever reason. And they were charging me like $8 a month. And I got a notification. And I clicked on it. I went right on the app and I was like, cancel it. And they're like, how do you want to cancel it? They showed me how I can go and cancel it. They're like, do you want us to cancel it for you? And I was like, cancel it for me. 2 days later, I got a notification. Your subscription to Audible has been canceled. And I got my $7.95 back from the month before. They refunded my money. Yeah.
Solid.
I was like, yo, this is awesome. But I also, it's good though, because some things you need. Like Netflix, you're going to have regardless. Netflix is a staple. Netflix has been around. I feel like those OG ones are going to stay. And like if you have Amazon Prime, of course you're going to use Amazon Prime Video. You're not going to use it.
Yeah.
Hulu's cool because it's got live sports and shit like that. But I know.
And they have the Disney package where you get Disney, ESPN, and Hulu on the package. Shit, I get that. Oh, by the way, I use an Amex card for all those. I get $7 off.
Okay. See,
if you have an Amex card, put all those three on your Amex card, you get $7 off. So instead of it being like 25, they reinstate the 7 every month. You'll pay 18. So I get that.
Yeah, honestly, any subscription you have, you should have on a credit card.
Yeah, turn your notifications on. Make sure like every time I get charged for Netflix, all these things, because sometimes you get an email like, hey, Netflix is going up $2, Hulu's going up $2, ESPN's going up $1, and it's like next thing you know, you thought you were paying $20 every month, and then 6 months from then, you're all of a sudden you're 25, and if you don't pay attention to your emails or notifications, checking bank statements, you're like, holy shit, I'm paying $10 more than I was a month ago.
100%. Yeah, no, for sure. I know YouTube TV's got NFL Sunday Ticket. They did some thing with that. Now you can have like 4 games.
$300 total.
Which isn't bad.
If it isn't bad, I think a month if you do. I think I just looked at the package. I can look at it now while I have it on. It's let's see. They have the package of NFL Ticket, and then you could add on Red Zone. And it comes up to like $28 a month. So you figure you're only going to do it September, October, November, and December. So 4 months of that. By the time it gets to January, the season's over. You could cancel it, whatever. So 4 months of $20-something. Call it, call it 200 just to round it up. That's not that bad.
No, I don't think it's bad.
If you're totally into football and you're all in, and you want to watch every game.
Yeah, unless you're going to stream Red Zone. You could stream Red Zone on.
Yeah, I usually get Red Zone. It's $10 extra a month, and
Red Zone. It's not bad.
The moment the season ends.
Yeah. Also, you did tag me in a tweet earlier this week about how the NFL, NBA, UFC, a lot of sports companies are going to try and lock in and trying to cancel this streaming stuff because they lost, what was it, almost $30 billion? It was like $28 billion in
they
revenue.
Definitely lose a lot.
There's going to be no way that they're going to shut that down. They're not going to be able to.
It's hard because there's geeks
100%
behind the scenes that make a lot of money too with advertisements and all that make a lot of money too.
I don't think they're going to be able to cancel that.
No, that's gonna be hard. But eventually they might figure out a system, just like burning illegal music was a thing. Now eventually nobody did it anymore because it just burning fake movies. Like when was the last time, not in the last 5 years, maybe in the last 10 years, that you watched a fake movie on a fake DVD? That was probably like 12 years ago. But it was like that's how you consumed movies back in the day. You get it from the Chinese lady that came into your job and you bought $5. You had, buy 3, get it for 20. And that was a thing.
You're from New York. You know more about this stuff than I do.
All the time. Burn CDs, burn movies. That's all you saw. And now it's I haven't done that since I think 2008 because we were in the Bronx working at Yankee Stadium. The Chinese lady would come in every single night and we'd buy movies, we'd buy porn, we'd buy everything. And it was right there.
Sarah
now
J?
It's just like, throwback. But yeah, that was like a thing that you just did. And now it's like non-existent. To say you watch a burnt DVD or listen to a burnt, nobody's done that in a decade. So it just shows how times evolve, the market figures it out, and somebody gets paid off and makes a lot of money.
Always, yeah. See, I got something special coming up for when we end this. So I told my brother to lock in because it means a lot for him. We're an hour and 15 in. I see you got some topics on here.
Yeah, just quick. Nothing I have. I the only probably topic that I wanted you to review was that was worth more than 5 minutes was UFC 293 this Saturday in Australia, big card. That's gonna be a great main event. These two dudes hate each other, so go into that for a little bit while your brother's watching and viewing us.
I'm definitely hype about this card, even though it doesn't look that great on paper. It was supposed to be. Once I get this closed down, I'm about to share my screen, just so everyone can see it too. I'm not gonna be on here and say I know anybody that's on the prelims and on the early prelims because these guys don't even got pictures. But
right,
who's
that couple of black guys?
Dude, I don't know, but any UFC stuff, I'm locked in regardless. It doesn't matter, man. Like fight night, pay-per-view, whatever. This will probably go down as one of the worst pay-per-views on paper. Because this is how it happens. This is how, yeah, of course. Because there's not any the biggest names. I know Jamie Malarkey. I've heard him. I've heard Nasrat Hakparast. I've heard about him. These guys, no, I'm not familiar with them. I'm not familiar with either of these two guys. This guy's fighting from Sweden. Justin Taffa. Obviously, I think he was a former NFL player. Manel Kape, Felipe Dos Santos. Manel Kape was supposed to fight Kai Kara-France, who backed out because he had a concussion in training camp. Kai Kara-France fought for an interim belt, and then you got this is a huge fight right here. Tai Tuivasa, Alexander Volkov. I'm hyped for this. Alexander Volkov is a fucking legend, man. Tai Tuivasa is one of my guys. I'm wearing his shirt right now. Aussie. My brother says Jack Jenkins got baseball leg kicks. And then, main event, Adesanya, Sean Strickland. I don't know if hate is the right word for these guys, but they definitely go at it. And the good thing is they both know how to sell a fight with talking shit to each other. Sean Strickland right now is talking all this shit about how Izzy's Chinese, how he sold himself.
He
Sean
was on Rogan a couple of months ago. He had.
I watched that. You sent it. Yeah, Sean Strickland is crazy, bro. Like if it wasn't for fighting, if it wasn't for all that shit,
locked up.
He might be on fucking death row.
Yeah, real talk. After listening to him on Rogan, I'm like, this motherfucker is insane. Yeah, you're right. He might be on death row.
Yeah,
and he won't deny that.
I mean, dog. There's very few fighters that get me as hype as Tai Tuivasa. I saw him fight in person, and unfortunately, he got knocked out in a few seconds. But bro, Tai Tuivasa, oi, Aussie, I'm doing it, baby. Let's go, let's go.
Is that a fresh?
Let's go, man. Tai Tuivasa by knockout.
Damn. We got to send this
knockout.
inspiration. Was
In
that off your
Australia,
foot? Live?
in Australia, I don't know when's the last time I wore these fucking bands, but who gives a fuck?
It's Labor Day.
In Australia, my guy is not fucking losing in front of his hometown, in front of his home country. There's no way, bro. There's no way. UFC fans fucking hate Russian people for whatever reason. Just because Ukraine's in a war with them or whatever. They don't know what's happening in Ukraine. They don't know what the fuck Russia's got going on. They just hear all this mainstream media and they want to root against Russians. Alexander Volkov isn't fucking friends with Putin. I'm sure he's not sitting in meetings with fucking Putin talking about their strategic warfare shit.
Allegedly.
So, fuck that. Tai Tuivasa. By fucking knockout.
Okay.
You know, Tuivasa plus 175 is great value. Hammer it. Not financial advice from the Cuban John Anik. Not financial advice.
Yes.
And then fucking Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland talking all this shit about how Izzy watches cartoon porn. He paints his nails. All this shit. Izzy's going back saying he's going to knock him out.
Change it
No,
up.
not at all. He's going to knock him out with his nails painted. He's saying that Sean Strickland is going to take the fight to the ground. He doesn't blame him, but he wants to get a submission victory in his UFC career before he retires, and he wants this one to be it. My brother loves Adesanya. I do too. I don't think Adesanya is the most exciting fighter. I think he fights for points. There's no denying that. I think Strickland's got a puncher's chance. Do I think he wins? No. I think Izzy.
Yeah, he's a
beats
wild
him.
motherfucker.
He really is. He talks a lot of shit. He's good for the fans. He does all that shit. But co-main event, man. Co-main event. Rose Namajunas last week, she did her thing. She broke her fucking pinky. I don't know if you saw it. That shit looked gross.
I watched it on delay because I got home late and it was already during the day. So I didn't pay attention to my app. So I watched it on delay, and I'm glad I did because I was able to see the Rose fight. And then I seen what's his name fight in the main event.
Yeah, Cyril Gahn. Whoever robbed this man's house in Paris while he was fighting, dog, he's fighting in Paris. Like, they handpick him for the main event because he's from Paris. He's from there. Like, whoever robbed his house and stole all his shit, you're a piece of shit, bro. You're a piece of shit.
Usually they are.
Of course they wait till he's not
I'll go
there.
on record.
My brother's funny, not gonna lie. We rooting for Sean next week, American champ. Yo, Izzy's his Chinese champ. They said they're gonna try and make a card in China, and I think Izzy headlines because he's Chinese. I'm done, bro. My headphone's about to die. Like, I just fucking drank beer out of a fucking old ass shoe. I don't know what I got going on. Last week I fucking ate a hot ass chip. I'm just doing this for y'all at this point, bro. Like, if y'all not locked in, if y'all not following us on the Instagram, Twitter, if y'all not subscribed, if y'all not reposting, you can fucking just, I don't know. I hope you stub both your pinky toes every morning from during the week right before you got to go to work. Yeah. I mean, we got so much going on. We were supposed to have a guest today. Shit happened last minute, with scheduling wise, but I got like 3-4 other people just locked up that we're gonna have working to see.
Yeah, we do have a lot of people
what's good
that want to come on that are totally fine.
Hey,
So
right there.
it's all about
perfect.
scheduling.
Right there, perfect. There it is. Food challenges for Fort Salva every pod. You said it last week. You said that I'd be good at reviewing food and doing all this kind of stuff. If you got something you want me to do on the pod, DM me.
Eat a hot pepper. Eat some nasty shit. Maybe. I was going to say, chug a gallon of milk, but we don't want you to die.
Ew, no, bro. It's gross.
Let me just run through a few things. Shout out Charlie Dennis, Rowdy's Clinch.
Let's go. Yo, he's balling. He's on team of the week every week.
Hooping.
It's just,
you
Sharpie that man in. Just Sharpie my dog in.
Yeah, no, he's been hooping. Shout out him. We'll be locked in and giving you guys updates. Let's see. RIP Jimmy Buffett. He's known, now that I'm
Young,
in South Florida,
76.
I didn't know how big he was before that, and huge. Jimmy Buffett. He's a vibe. Get drunk. I seen a tweet. Somebody was like, Jimmy Buffett
5 o'clock
taught
somewhere.
us that it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Fuck work. Fuck responsibilities. Get drunk. Have a good time and vibe out. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I would think of Jimmy Buffett when I hear his music. In wrestling news, CM Punk got let go by AEW, which CM Punk had a little taste in the UFC back in the day.
He got cooked.
He got cooked a couple times. But as far as wrestling, not as a wrestler, but as a promo, as a character, he's amazing. He's one of the best of all time. But guess what? Sometimes that character bleeds into real life, and eventually you become a problem in backstage, and your hype and the thing best about you of your controversy, runs its course, and it ran its course in WWE. That's why he's not there. Then he went to AEW, ran its course. I think he's had 2 or 3 fights with people backstage in 2 years, along with injuries. So he's out at AEW, and guess what? WWE might bring him back. So that'll be interesting to see if CM Punk comes to WWE. For a wrestling fan, I don't like it. I don't like his behavior, but as a consumer of the product and me wanting to see drama and fights and whatever, let's go. Let's have at it.
It's just so funny because when he was in the UFC, they always would just have Punk as his name. They wouldn't even have like his real name.
They had Punk.
Yeah, it would
watch
just be
UFC
Punk
at the time.
under. Here's him getting cooked.
Yeah, no, he tried it. I you know what I mean? Like,
hey, respect.
All jokes aside, you got to give him respect, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely. You always
to
got
go
respect
from
for someone.
wrestling for 20 years and then go in the UFC and try it. Because guess what? If he succeeds, he's another Brock Lesnar, and it makes him more millions. And he did it, and that doesn't make him look like a bitch. Nah, I will never say that. You went and fought fucking the best combat sport in the world, and you went on the limb and without really doing it for a living, and then went back to wrestling and still made millions. So he does it, but it's unfortunate that he couldn't behave himself. So we'll see if he goes back to WWE. The only thing in MLB that's relevant is the race with Acuna and Mookie Betts. Man, that NL MVP race is crazy. Mookie Betts, I think, had 11 home runs in 1 month. He had the most hits
Mookie had a
in 1
crazy
month
August.
of all time. And then Acuna's got like 60 stolen bases, batting 340, 32
30 plus
like,
homers. Yeah,
MLB MVP race is great.
So a few weeks ago, I saw it was Acuna, Freeman, and Mookie. Is Freeman now? No more Freeman.
Freeman's number
Acuna
3. Yeah, those two are just lighting the world on fire. The Atlanta Braves are an elite.
Yeah, they're like 50 games over 500. They're
everybody
1
in
through
their
5
lineup
hitters.
has hit like 15 home runs, 20 home runs plus.
I saw a stat that said they're 1 through 5 hitters. This was 2 or 3 days ago. 1 through 5 hitters had 167 home runs. Just 1 through 5, and that was more than 17 teams in the league.
Yeah.
Just their 1 through 5 hitters.
So if you're watching MLB in September, it's only to watch those two go at it. Shout out the Yankees who finally brought up their young stars. Jason Dominguez, they call him the Martian. He's 20 years old. We got him when he was 16. This man's built 5'9", 5'10", stocky motherfucker. Hit 2 home runs against the Astros. Yankees aren't going to make the playoffs, but hopefully they play for some. So they got a couple of young guys, playing in their lineup every single day. It gives me something to watch. I know we joked about it, but Yankees are out. Hopefully the Marlins can make some damage, last few weeks of the season, huh? Make it interesting.
Yeah, they swept the Nationals. They're like a game and a half out of the wild card.
Yeah,
so
I'll be down to watch some fucking Marlins games.
I mean, yeah, they could make some noise. I mean, we were first place in the wild card before the All-Star break, and then I think they lost like 8 of 10, something stupid like that. But they're getting back in there, and hopefully it does well for us.
And then, in disappointing fashion, USA got eliminated by Lithuania. They were rolling, coasting through the group stages, through the pre-tournament for the World Cup or whatever, and allegedly, by losing that game against Lithuania, they don't make the Olympics. Is that true? I don't know how that works. Like, I don't think they.
I'm not too sure how it works.
Maybe they don't get an automatic bid. Maybe they still got to qualify for the Olympics. But I seen a headline that they don't make the Olympics because they didn't move past a certain round. But maybe there's a technicality or something like that.
Yeah,
but
but
hopefully that would be sad if
that's
they
their
got
C
eliminated
team,
this
bro.
early. And I know,
That's their
yeah,
C
but
team. We don't have.
they have talent. They just didn't have height. They didn't have mobility with their height. You know, they had a lot of similar players on that team. A lot of hybrid guard forwards, but they had no big guys. They had no rebounding, no blocking, no real defense in the paint.
This isn't a knock. This is not a knock whatsoever against Kermit. I mean, Ant Edwards, because Ant Edwards is a top.
Oh, he hooped
top
the
player
entire
in the league.
Tournament.
You know, but when he's your best player, he could be your best player in the NBA. That's fine. Like, he could be your best. You could build around Ant Edwards. I'm not knocking Ant Edwards. Let's get that straight. But when your second best performer, again, I'm not knocking this guy either.
They didn't have a number 2 on that team.
But when your second best performer is Austin Reeves,
yeah, that's bad.
that's a problem. That's a problem.
And it was fun when they were winning.
You got guys like Brandon Ingram. You got guys like Brandon Ingram didn't show up at all. I think he didn't even want to play, bro. I don't know if it was just because he doesn't like Steve Kerr, if he doesn't like the FIBA rules. It doesn't matter, bro. If you go in there and you're fucking playing for your country, bro, you got to give it all out.
I thought Mikal Bridges could have shined through this and be a number 2 on that team, but he, you know, obviously international play is different. You can't judge it like different. The NBA, and it's a new team and they're trying to learn each other. It's you know, they're put together in a training camp, but yeah, Ant Edwards was the true number 1. There was no number 2 or 3.
He had 35 in the game against Lithuania.
Yeah, he hooped. So there was just no other supporting cast around him that were consistent enough. Like you said, if Austin Reeves is your number 2, you don't have a number 2. Let's be honest. That's basically it. The only thing, what's on the lab for me, I am watching randomly because I guess I got into politics lately, watching all these Trump things. Started playing back House of Cards. Obviously, I've watched it
Great
before.
show.
And it
Great
gets weird
show.
in season 4 or 5 or whatever, and then he gets written off because he got canceled. The main star, but
hey, he got
great actor.
He's
great
good.
Show,
he's good now.
He's good now.
Yeah, they what's the word when you're not guilty?
Exonerated.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey, right?
About that, I'm kind of Kevin Spacey. Yeah, great actor, dude. For decades.
I'm glad you said that because I saw American Beauty. I had watched it before, but I didn't know I watched it. But I saw it again. Such a great movie, bro. I love Kate Mara. in House of Cards.
Yeah,
she's so bad.
She's like a sexy cute, sexy. You know what I
mean? Yeah. She's in American Horror Story too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's the granddaughter of the Maras that own the Giants.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Family. Yeah. They have a bunch of actors. I think there's another person that acts too as well. They, you know, like these billionaires, they be having their silent business people, but then they have these other like actresses and actors that just live. But it's her and I think somebody else that is an actress as well.
Know that.
But yeah, the Mara family. That's all I got on my end. Shout out my boy Phil. His birthday was September 1st. Made is the creator visually of Enter the Lab. Created the logo you see behind me, the logo you see above us. Shout out Phil. His birthday was
the freshness.
So appreciate him. I'm rocking the New York Sanitation hat in respect to him because he gave me this. So. That's it. Nice. That's all I have on my end.
He's got one of the 4. He's got one of the 4 Into the Lab hats.
He does.
There's only 4 in existence. We got 2 of them. He's got 3, and Berto's got the 4th. There's only 4 in existence.
Any last words? Shout outs on your end.
Tai Tuivasa Fight Week, baby. Ozzy. Oi.
All right, we'll end it on that note. Elvis Escobar, Fort Salma. Thank you guys for joining in, talking to us, commenting. Definitely rewatch, share with your family.
Let's go, baby.
This episode.
Let's go.
Episode 100, 8 weeks
Let's
away.
go. Football on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Football on Thursday. Dolphins.
Have a lot of guests. Have a lot of great
I got the Lions winning on Thursday. Upsetting the Chiefs. Fuck it. Let's go.
Enter the Lab.
Shout out my boy. It's not Adam at all. Go Lions, baby. Dolphins, baby. Let's go. 44-27 against